Coach Sheldon Harrison. There never been no comparison. You're live on the show. Sit back and have a listen. All right. LDWMMAC. This is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Show, the Coach Show live. Okay, folks. This video is long overdue. Okay, this video is completely long overdue. And, guys, I'm convinced that there's nobody in the sport of boxing, no female fighter that can beat Claressa Shields. She's not out there. Okay? She's not available. And I say this because Cecilia Brækhus, was the only hope of anybody that can beat Shields. And maybe she can. Maybe Cecilia Brækhus had an off night against Jessica McCaskill. Maybe she did. I don't know. But it looks like what the competition level in boxing that they have now, they just don't have any boxers that have that heart to really go in there and completely go in there. And I'm talking about going there and go tick for tat with Claressa Shields, okay? They just don't have those fighters. When Claressa Shields put pressure on these fighters and she hit them a couple of times, they disengage or they start getting out of there. Okay, Claressa Shields don't have power, but man, Claressa Shields, to me, is one of the most technical female boxers, okay, in this era right now. They can't beat her. They can't beat her technicality. And if you want Claressa Shields to get down and dirty, she can get down and dirty. So I went out of the sport of boxing because I don't even think Jessica McCaskill could probably beat Shields. I don't think so. I don't know. Jessica McCaskill surprised everybody, including myself, by beating Cecilia Brækhus. I mean, she surprised us all. So who knows? I don't know. Claressa Shields is on a whole nother level when it comes to this boxing thing. She's on another level. So I looked outside of boxing and I went to mixed martial arts. What MMA fighters out there, in my opinion, okay? If they could fight in a boxing match, okay? These are names that I've heard. I've heard, people. Well, Claressa Shields called out Amanda Nunes. Okay, Valentina Shevchenko, her technical prowess. Holly Holm, Holly Holm used to box. She even boxed as heavy as 154 pounds. So Holly Holm can make the weight. Cris Cyborg, Claressa Shields and Cris Cyborg, they sparred together, and not Cecilia, sorry. Claressa Shields has already said she would fight Cris Cyborg, and Cris Cyborg said, hey, I'll fight Claressa Shields, have no problem. And then there's the dark horse, Germaine de Randamie. Germaine de Randamie, to me, is probably the best striker in women's MMA, okay? That's me. Okay, you can argue, you can have your opinion. That's fine, but this is my opinion, and I'm going to keep my opinion. Okay, I'm not here to argue with anybody. Okay, that's fine. Whatever you think, that's what you think. Let's go ahead and really dig into, why maybe these fighters have a chance, and why maybe some of these fighters don't have a chance. I'm gonna start with Amanda Nunes. Amanda Nunes she's tough. And I tell you what, when the pressure is on Amanda Nunes, she know how to fight people that fight at a range. Amanda Nunes know how to fight brawlers. Amanda Nunes can deal with any kind of style. But Amanda Nunes, in my opinion, she's an okay striker. She's okay. But when it's mano a mano, when it's hand to hand, Amanda Nunes, she's very basic. She throws the same, feint, overhand right. And she'll throw that combination over and over and over. Claressa Shields will see that coming from a mile away. Okay, she's going to see that. Claressa Shields will make adjustments. And in my opinion, I think Claressa Shields would completely piece Amanda Nunes up. Hence why you say Amanda Nunes say, either the payday is going to be a huge payday for me to do that, or Claressa Shields is going to come to my world. And Amanda Nunes straight up said, I'm going to wrestle her to death. Like Nunes, you can't, at this point, you can't be mad at Nunes for being so truthful. Okay, so Amanda Nunes, clearly, she don't want no parts of Claressa Shields in a boxing match, unless the money is right. Could Amanda Nunes land a lucky shot on Claressa? Yeah, it's possible. Because it's not like Amanda Nunes can't fight, okay? Amanda Nunes is a gritty fighter. She's going to find a way to land on you. Now, my thing is, if Claressa Shields get hit by Amanda Nunes hit like a truck. She hit like a truck. Will Claressa Shields be able to take that power? Because we saw Claressa Shields, we saw her get dropped We saw her get dropped by Hannah Gabriels. And Hannah Gabriels, you know, is a smaller woman. So my thing is, okay, can Amanda do that? Guys, Amanda Nunes could not beat Claressa Shields in a boxing match. Let's go to the bullet. Valentina Shevchenko. Valentina Shevchenko definitely is one of the best strikers in mixed martial arts, hands down. I mean, you know, Valentina boxed. Valentina did kickboxing, Muay Thai. I mean, Valentina, you know, has an extensive martial arts background. Okay, Valentina can do any of the disciplines. I mean, she did Taekwondo. Here's my thing, hand to hand. I think Valentina lacks the power to hurt Claressa Shields in a boxing match. I'm talking about pure hand-to-hand boxing. I don't think Valentina Shevchenko would have the power to hurt Claressa Shields. I think Claressa would impose her will. She's too big. Okay, she's a big woman, and Valentina naturally is a smaller woman. I mean, Valentina walk around probably at about 130 pounds. Okay, I mean, hell, Valentina could barely even make the 135-pound limit, and Claressa Shields, she's almost like 2-3 weight classes heavier than Valentina. I can't see Valentina winning that fight in a boxing match. I can't see it. And they got weight classes for a reason. The size matter. I mean, you know, Valentina, you know, she fought well against Nunes, but you also saw that the size differential between her and Nunes, it played a role. Because Amanda Nunes was able to do certain things to Valentina that a normal 125er couldn't do. Okay, when Valentina fought at 135, Amanda Nunes was able to use a weight advantage. And you know Claressa Shields would come in outweighing Valentina by 25, 30, 35 pounds. Okay, straight up. Okay, because they got to hydrate. And plus, you know, Valentina I don't think she fights well at the higher weight classes. So I think Claressa Shields would beat Valentina Shevchenko in a boxing match. Okay, now we go to Holly Holm. Holly Holm boxed. I mean, she boxed for years before she became, you know, kickboxer. Okay, then from a kickboxer, she became a mixed martial artist. Holly Holm, she's a good boxer. Like hand to hand, I think Holly Holm can defeat a lot of people in boxing. I don't think she can deal with Claressa Shields. Claressa Shields is going to cut off the octagon. Okay, Holly Holm likes to move. She moves around. Claressa Shields is going to cut that mess off. She's going to cut it off, and she's going to counter Holly Holm to death. We know that Holly Holm can't deal with counter punches. She can't. We saw that when she fought Nunes. We saw it when she fought Valentina. We saw it when she fought Cris Cyborg. All of these people are pretty decent counter punchers. Me thinking Valentina is the best counter puncher out of the group that I just named. Holly Holm can't deal with those. Well, Claressa Shields is a master. I'm talking about Claressa Shields definitely in combat sports in general. I think Claressa Shields is probably the best counter puncher. Okay, I mean, she's a real good counter puncher, and you know, I can't see Holly Holm winning that fight. But it'll be an interesting matchup. One, Holly Holm got the size. Okay, that's what that's what Valentina lacks, is the size. Holly Holm can definitely hydrate up big enough, because Holly Holm rocks around big anyway. So I mean, it wouldn't be an issue for Holly Holm to make 154 pounds, or to even move up, meet at a catch weight between 160 and 154. Wouldn't be a problem. But I think Holly Holm, she couldn't defeat Claressa Shields. Claressa Shields would piece her up. Okay, now we got Cris Cyborg. Okay, Cris Cyborg definitely would not have a problem with the size. She's already sparred Claressa Shields. Cris Cyborg, I thought, held her own in sparring against Claressa Shields. They both were going for it. Claressa Shields landed some great shots on Cris Cyborg. Cris Cyborg landed, surprisingly. And Claressa is very good at defense, but Cris Cyborg, she found Claressa Shields in that sparring session. But now, I got to tell y'all, all you Cyborg fans, me too included, sparring in a real fight, that's different. Because in sparring, you're working on different things. You're trying to achieve different things. So sometimes in sparring, the goal is not to go all out. Okay, the goal is not to go all out and try to hurt your opponent. But when I saw those two sparring, it looked like they were trying to hurt each other, man. I'm talking about they was going hard, y'all. Real hard. And I think Cris got something out of that. I think Cris Cyborg would be a formidable opponent. Now, I know people are going to say, well, Amanda already beat Cris Cyborg. Well, that's in MMA. Cris Cyborg can actually box. Okay, it's a different, man. I don't care how you people try to explain it to me. Boxing and MMA, the striking is different. Okay, I can even do a film study that could show you guys how different striking in MMA is to striking in boxing. Is night and day. Okay, Cris Cyborg been boxing. She's been boxing for a while now. Okay, she's been boxing. She did Muay Thai. She did kickboxing. Okay, Cris Cyborg has the boxing acumen to compete with Claressa Shields. Do I think Cris Cyborg beat Claressa Shields in a boxing match? I'm going to say it's about 70-30 in favor of Claressa Shields. Okay? You got to understand something. Claressa Shields, this is something that she's been doing her whole life. This is something that she's been doing her whole entire life. Okay? Claressa Shields, all she knows is boxing. That's it. Okay? This girl has worked on different opponents. And even the people that she's been able to face in boxing, you know, Claressa knows what to do against a person that's fast. She knows what to do against a person that fights at a range, the person that can brawl. Claressa Shields can do all of the above. Cris Cyborg likes to brawl, okay? Carissa's a bigger woman, but I don't see her knocking out Cris Cyborg. Okay? And if Claressa chooses to brawl with Cris Cyborg, I think that would probably pose bad for Claressa Shields. Now, let's take it all the way back to Amanda Nunes. Let's take it back to Nunes. Now, let's say if Claressa Shields want to brawl with Nunes. Okay, now Amanda Nunes could win that fight. If Claressa Shields want to brawl with Cyborg or Nunes, she's going to get beat. Okay, they brawlers. That's what they do. That's what they come from. They come from a background. When you first learn how to strike, you learn how to brawl. Okay, I think Cris Cyborg and Amanda Nunes, they're the masters of brawling. So, yes, would they beat Claressa Shields if Claressa chose to get into a brawling match for 10 straight rounds? I think they would. Okay, but Claressa isn't that stupid. Okay, she's not going to go in there and brawl with these two. Okay, she's not going to do that. Claressa's going to box these two because it won't make no sense for her to sit in there and just brawl. That's stupid. Okay, dumb. This leaves the last person on the list. Okay, Germaine de Randamie. Germaine de Randamie is a dark horse. She's a dark horse. Her striking sometimes, you know, people don't talk about it because of what she did in the past. Okay, yeah. She ducked Cris Cyborg. Yeah, okay. And Germaine's reason sparked, from a hand injury to, well, I don't know if Cris is clean. So Germaine completely ducked Cris Cyborg. She did. In my opinion, okay, in my honest opinion, I think Germaine de Randamie has the skill set to defeat Claressa Shields. Germaine has boxed most of her life. Germaine has done Muay Thai. She's done kickboxing most of her life. Germaine de Randamie got hands. And, you know, I think if Claressa, you know, okay, if she want to call out a fighter, that'll fight her. Germaine de Randamie would take the action. She would take that. I don't know if Claressa know who Germaine is. I'm pretty sure Claressa Shields got to know who Germaine is. Okay, she got to. Because people know who Holm is. And I know Claressa know who Holm is. And the fight when Germaine fought Holm, that thing made national headlines. It made national headlines because, you know, Germaine de Randamie took some cheap shots at Holm and vice versa. So that really put Germaine on the map as popularity. And honestly, Germaine de Randamie, in the world of combat sports, she's more popular than Claressa Shields, y'all. And I hate to say that. I hate to say it, but, you know, the average salary in MMA is bigger than the average salary in boxing. And you don't make those kind of salaries, guys, unless people F with you. Okay? You don't make those salaries unless people F with you. And unfortunately, people, they do mess with Germaine de Randamie. They rock with Germaine. Germaine de Randamie she's a good fighter. Her hands are good. Okay, nobody wants to stand and trade with Germaine. They don't want to do it. Germaine de Randamie has pinpoint accuracy. Okay, very good pinpoint accuracy. No, okay, let me take that back, y'all. Let me take it back. Okay, no, I'm gonna take everything I said about popularity back. Okay, Germaine de Randamie isn't more popular than Claressa Shields, but Germaine de Randamie, I'll say, is probably more disliked. How about that? Okay, Claressa Shields is more popular. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking. Shields is more popular. Germaine de Randamie is probably more disliked. Okay, and because, you know, the legions of Holm fans, they can't stand Germaine. They can't stand Germaine because she took the cheap shots. Okay, who do I think on this list could beat Claressa Shields? Okay, now We also got some honorable mentions. Okay, we could say Irene Aldana. I don't think Irene Aldana could deal with Claressa Shields. Okay, she can't. Irene Aldana got the style where she bag up a lot and she try to walk you into something, and Claressa ain't gonna fall for that. Claressa gonna cut off that ring and she gonna piece up Irene Aldana. And also another person is Megan Anderson. Now, Megan Anderson. Do Megan Anderson got hands? Yes. Do Megan Anderson got power? Yes. Megan Anderson don't have the skill set though to box with a Claressa Shields. She couldn't do it. Claressa Shields would beat the living hell out of a Megan Anderson. She just would. So who on this list? I never really told you. Who on this list do I think would give Claressa Shields probably the best challenge? Who would test? Because ain't nobody in boxing testing Claressa Shields. They're not testing her. But I know who would test Claressa Shields, and you know too. The Iron Lady, Germaine de Randamie. I think the Iron Lady, Germaine de Randamie, has the skill set to actually beat Claressa Shields in a boxing match. I think the fight will be close, but I think the Iron Lady could actually win. First of all, Germaine de Randamie, her stamina, she's never phased. Okay, this woman can go 5 rounds. This woman can go 20 rounds. She ain't gonna feel it. Okay, she's got speed, and furthermore, Germaine de Randamie is accurate. This is a fight that I would want to see. I want to see Claressa Shields versus Germaine de Randamie. Okay, in a boxing match. I want to see that. Because when you take the kicks away, when you take away the kicks, okay, is Germaine less lethal? Yes. But Germaine de Randamie hands is second to none. Germaine de Randamie has the size. Okay, she can definitely hydrate up. She can hydrate up to 154 pounds. Meet Claressa in the middle. It'll be a hell of a fight though. If you don't know anything about Germaine de Randamie, I would suggest you guys go look her up. Germaine de Randamie has never, ever lost a kickboxing match. She's undefeated. Okay, she's undefeated. She destroyed everybody that they put in front of her. Everybody that they put in front of her in kickboxing, they destroyed her. She destroyed them. And in boxing, when she was a boxer, everybody they put in front of her, she destroyed them. Wow. I want to see this fight. There are no boxers who's going to step in with Claressa Shields with confidence. They're not going to do it. A mixed martial artist, they will do it. An MMA fighter, they will do it. But this is the only fighter in mixed martial arts who I think could give Claressa Shields a run for her money and possibly win. Tell me what you think.